This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the Premier Trade Market Wrap with Ivan Caesar.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Premier Trade Market Wrap for Wednesday, June 27th, 2007. Stocks closed higher today as fears of financial meltdown were soothed by a reassuring Treasury Secretary. Financials led the gains, and the Dow Jones closed higher by 90 points at 13,427. The Nasdaq saw a big surge on semiconductors. It closed higher by 31 points, or 1.2%, at 2605, and the S&P 500 ended higher as well by 13 points at 1506. The Commerce Department reported that new durable goods order dropped by 2.8% last month, a far bigger drop than the 1% decline economists had been expecting. The weakness was led by a huge 22.7% plunge in orders for commercial aircraft, which can be extremely volatile from month to month. Distillate supplies fell for the first time in 8 weeks, down 2.3 million barrels for the week ending June 22nd at 120.4 million. Motor gasoline supplies fell 700,000 barrels to 202.6 million, while crude stocks were up 1.6 million barrels at 350.9 million. Refining utilization rose to 89.4 of capacity from 87.6 a week ago. The president of OPEC said that repeated calls for industrialized countries to reduce dependence on oil could lead to a reduction in supplies from the cartel. Mohammed al-Hamali, who is also oil minister for the United Arab Emirates, said he welcomed diversity in fuel sources, but said fuels derived from petroleum have become cleaner over the years. He also predicted that global oil demand would rise from the 2005 level of 83 million barrels a day to 118 million barrels a day by 2030. NYSE Euronext chief executive John Tang said lower taxes overseas are pressuring the U.S. competitive position. Tang, speaking at the Wall Street Journal Deals and Dealmakers conference at the New York Stock Exchange, cited lower taxes in Europe as one reason that region is longer seen as less business-friendly than the U.S. market. Tang also warned lawmakers not to incite a trade war with China by pressuring for tariffs and other protectionist measures. The Securities and Exchange Commission is examining the near collapse of two Bear Stearns hedge funds that made bad bets on mortgage markets. According to reports, the SEC inquiry is informal at this point and has not resulted in any subpoenas or formal document requests. Best Buy announced that it would open more North American stores than previously planned, buybacks of $5.5 billion in stocks, and raise its dividend by 30%. The plan comes after Best Buy reported quarterly earnings last week that missed analyst estimates by a wide margin and gave a disappointing full-year forecast as television sales cooled. Hanes brand announced it will cut 5,300 jobs and close 9 sewing and assembly operations in 5 countries. The underwear and apparel maker will close plants affecting nearly 5,000 employees in Canada, the United States, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico as it moves production to lower-cost operations in Asia and Central America. Nissan CEO Carlos Ghosn said his company is working to develop the next generation of smaller, lighter auto batteries, a technology that holds promise for electric cars as well as for hybrids. He also said Nissan and its French partner Renault are moving ahead with studies on a $3,000 car for the Indian market. In earnings news today, Oracle share traded higher one day after the maker of corporate software systems posted a 23% increase in its quarterly profit. Oracle said it earned $1.6 billion or 31 cents a share, compared with $1.3 billion or 24 cents a share a year ago. Revenue rose 20% to $5.83 billion from last year's $4.85 billion. Conagra Foods said a strong quarter from its commodities trading division helped it post a profit of $192 million or 39 cents per share during the quarter that ended May 27th versus a profit of $59.2 million or 11 cents per share a year ago. Analysts were expecting fourth quarter earnings of 31 cents per share on revenue of $2.83 billion. Nike said fourth quarter profit surged 32%, driven by gains in Europe and the U.S. It also reported product orders that rose at the fastest pace in at least 4 years. Net income rose to $437.9 million, 86 cents a share, from $332.8 million, or 64 cents a share, a year earlier. Sales in the quarter increased 9.4%. Scheduled economic reports for Thursday include the initial jobless claims for the week of June 23rd, gross domestic product for the first quarter, the help wanted index for May, and the FOMC statement. Scheduled earnings report for Thursday include Rite Aid, 3Com, Constellation Brands, Monsanto, Christopher & Banks, Worthington Industries, General Mills, KB Home, Micron Technology, and NetBank. This has been the Premier Trade Market Wrap for Tuesday, June 27, 2007.